the most incredible driving experience of my entire life. We have just driven about an hour, just over an hour out of LA. The reason why we've headed down here is because we're visiting one amazing car collection, one of the biggest car collections in LA, private owner. His name is Dan, known as Dan MI on Instagram, arriving in this awesome Rolls Royce. We'll talk about this a little bit more on the way back. The more and more I drive a Rolls, the more I'm convinced I really want one in my life. Spirit of ecstasy goes down and we're walking into one of the most exclusive garages in LA. Let's see what they have.
Wow.
Hello, hello.
No one's here.
Are you there? Oh, Jeffrey.
Yes, I'm here.
We thought everyone had disappeared.
I'm here. No, I ran, you know. I figured I'd get my moment to escape.
We've got so many Koenigsegg's here. I don't quite know what's going on. I've never seen so many Koenigsegg's in one place. Is this just where people... You've got various owners here, right?
We do.
Okay, so you've got about...
hold on, what's more impressive is actually he's not wearing any shoelaces.
Oh, yeah, what's the deal?
What's the
Hey,
reason?
these are special limited edition Converse, require no shoelaces.
What?
Absolutely.
So you pay more for having less shoe?
That is correct.
Which ones are yours?
The gray one and
Yep.
the silver one behind.
And the silver one. So these two here in the middle are yours.
Right.
So we've got a couple from Dan as well.
Correct.
So which ones are Dan's?
Dan's is Thor and
yes.
Draken.
Yep. And then Mark has got his behind that. That's
Mark
Vader.
Is, Vader. is
Mark,
behind.
you want to show your face quickly?
Yeah.
There he is. Aww.
He's the youngest Koenigsegg owner in the world.
Yes.
Isn't that incredible? Incredible.
he's
So we're going to do a
barely
whole
18.
other vlog on just Mark and his...
in the world, of course.
His beard says something else, doesn't it? I know.
Hacked it all off today too.
So we'll chat to you about your because you've got Vader, correct? Yes, and Dan has Thor. So they're like two kind of
Brothers,
right?
They are
You would call them brothers?
Yep,
Yeah.
they are definitely brothers.
And they're both stored here. So we're gonna talk to you a little bit later about yours. Let's have a
Absolutely.
walk around if you want to join us.
Absolutely.
I didn't know this car was going to be here, and this is quite exciting, actually. Do you know what this car is? This is the fastest production car in the world. It's got like 1,000 different certificates. It's beaten 4 world records, is that right, Jeff?
Actually, 5 world records.
5?
Yep.
Wow, okay, so it's beaten 5 world records. This exact car, sitting right here. Can we talk about it a
Sure,
little bit more? 'Cause
absolutely.
I think that's pretty impressive on any level. So this is actually the one that went from 0 to 400 and back down again to 0 in 32 seconds.
You know what? I think it's 32 and change, yes.
Okay.
Somewhere between 32 33 seconds.
I don't know if you remember this, but remember Bugatti was like, we're going to take the Chiron up to 400 kilometers an hour and back down again to 0, and we're going to see how fast we can do it. I think it was, what, 38 seconds-ish?
42.
Oh, what, 42?
Yes.
40
In fact, they were so proud of the 42 seconds,
Yeah.
they painted it on the grill
Yeah, right.
of the Chiron.
And then you guys came along and were like, let's just test this out and see what we can get it in.
Well, we actually didn't. We did not plan to do that. The benchmark was created by Bugatti.
Right.
So they set that 0 to 400 to 0 benchmark. During that time, we were testing the RS, this specific car,
Yeah.
in Sweden, preparing it for the high-speed run in Nevada. We were doing that during our testing and realized that when Bugatti came out with the number, we thought, well, we didn't, time our
Yeah,
0
because
to
it was
2.
never a benchmark
That wasn't
before,
a benchmark we were
they just
shooting
set it
for.
and yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So then we thought, wow, let's time the 0 to 250 miles
Let's
an
give
hour
it a
zero,
go. Yeah.
and see what it comes out to. And lo and behold, on crummy tires, on a crummy surface, which is an airfield in a runway, which was, pitted and old, we were able to shave off, I think it was 3 or 4 seconds off of Bugatti's world record.
Initially, like this.
Just trying it out.
And then you were like, we can do better.
Yeah, well, we thought, hey, we're going to tell the world about this number because it already beats their number.
Right.
So
And they started rubbing off what was painted on their grill, right?
they did, in fact, yeah. That's what I heard. Nevada was, the goal there was to conquer the top speed world record. When that happened as quickly as it did, we thought, you know, we still have this highway closed off for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a better surface than where we were at. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, we shaved another 5 seconds off the time, down to 33 second inches.
Yeah. How many of these other Koenigsegg's could do a similar number?
Theoretically, all of them,
Right.
because the car is 100% stock. It has the 1 megawatt engine upgrade, which allows it to run on ethanol, which increases it by 200 horsepower. The standard engine is 1100 horsepower and change.
Okay.
And then with the ethanol upgrade, the 1 megawatt engine, it jumps to 1340.
Right.
1360.
1360.
1360. Okay.
And so this has a 1 megawatt engine, but then most of the RSs did opt for that option anyway.
Right.
So theoretically, any of the RSs with that option
Yeah.
could run it, because there was nothing modified. We even talked about initially taking the mirrors off, but then Christian said nope.
Let's just run it as a standard production car. This is
he did
how
not
you
want to
would
tape
drive
the
it.
gaps, you
Yeah.
know, and take the mirrors off or do anything to the car that would help give it an advantage. He
Right.
said, look, if you took the mirrors off, that might be 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And if you tape the gaps and the seams, you know, it might be another
There's a
mile an
lot
hour.
you can do, right?
Exactly.
You can completely strip it down.
Completely.
But then it's not a fair race. The one that won, or is the fastest production car in the world, has had nothing done to it in order to win that title.
Correct.
Price-wise, what happened to it once it won the world record, or set this world record?
It has gone up considerably. The owner has received, you know,
A lot of offers,
some
right?
offers, yeah.
Yeah.
And they are substantially.
What are some of the offers? Can you tell us? Not that he would accept them necessarily, but
Well,
what are people-
they are northwards of triple.
triple the value of the car
initial cost of the car.
What's
Wow.
what's the initial cost?
So what?
Expect
You know,
like that.
the cars, depending on options, came in around 2.3, 2.4
Okay.
million,
Okay.
2.5 million.
So if my maths, you
That's
know, if I
for
can still do
our-
maths from high school or primary school, that's what, $7.5 million? Around that for this car standing right next to us. We talked about 0 to 400 and back down again, but we didn't actually talk about the highest speed, right? It also broke that record, or set that record.
Right.
447 kilometers an hour,
Right.
which in miles is 277.
278.
278 miles per hour.
Right.
So no other car in the world has actually made it to that speed.
No other
before.
production car.
No other production car. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah,
They're doing it.
there's definitely a distinction that needs to be made, because, you know, there are a lot of guys out there, or a lot of companies out there, that are going to attempt to break Koenigsegg's record.
Right.
And nothing, you know, Christian is happy for them to, you know, give it a try.
Attempt it so that he can beat them again.
Right.
Right.
But there is a distinction, because this is a fully homologated, smart airbag, fully EPA, DOT here in the United States certified car.
Yep.
It is a 50-state legal car.
Yeah.
There are other companies out there like the Hennessy Venom F5, SSC Aero, that they all want to attempt a speed record to beat the top speed of
Yeah.
this car, but none of them are homologated
Right.
cars.
So you can't just take it from the track straight onto the road and drive it in all 50 states.
You know, that's correct. Exactly. In all 50 states, each car is individually tailored to their customer's own
Right.
taste.
Yeah.
You literally choose everything when speccing the car.
Okay.
You know,
So there's no standard Koenigsegg that rolls off.
no two Koenigseggs will ever be the same, because they are individually tailored
Right.
to their owners.
Right.
I don't know if your car has it, but my car has a plaque in the center between the seats that has my name on it.
Can you show us?
Sure. Go ahead. You can.
Maybe if I can get in. This is quite wide here, isn't it? Like
It is a wide
it's,
sill. It's all the crash protection area.
All right, so this is your car, Jeffrey, and this is the name plaque that he was talking about down here. There we go. And all of this stitching, I mean the color here, the pattern of stitching, you can choose all of that?
100%.
Wow.
Even the design of the stitching, you know, on the seats.
Yep.
Everything is completely 100% bespoke.
Yep. So you get to choose all of this color stitching, the design of the stitching.
The wings, yeah.
Let's show how we get into a Koenigsegg. So there's a button right here.
Yep.
You see this? And then you hold that down,
Yep.
and then
Window goes down.
window goes down, you pull it up.
Which is
So
a
sick.
masterpiece in and of itself.
Yeah, that's
Love
really
it.
cool. This is the wing, standard wing on the RS, and then you head over to Vader, and this is the wing that you opted into. You could have had any wing.
We could have essentially done whatever we wanted with the final editions. We kind of had the story with the final editions where there were originally going to be 3 cars.
Yep.
One came out in 2016 and it's in Germany and it's called a 1 of 1.
Yep.
And that one has the old software, so it's all analog. It's a unique car, but there's not much more in terms of bespokeness. So we decided to kind of have that as a one-off car, and we talked to Christian after the November high speed run, and we convinced him to say, hey, let's make a brother car pairing where we kind of essentially match them to one another and tell a story and say this is going to be the conclusion for the Agera RS line. So we almost matched Thor and Vader back to one another, so we opted to get the one-to-one wing and unique features that are similar to one another. But in terms of this wing, it is the one-to-one wing with a larger wing end plate, center fin.
So the one-to-one Jones doesn't have this.
No, it's much
here,
smaller, and it does not have this little center wing.
Yeah, right.
And the other unique feature to this wing, and this is a one-off, is this open strut right here. That actually was there to represent almost like a skeleton of a watch, where you can actually see the movements. So this rod will actually flicker back and forth.
Oh, that's cool.
While this wing is active.
Because usually all of that is hidden,
exactly.
The movements. Okay.
So that was a very unique feature that actually I was most excited about for this car. The other unique feature to this car is these little winglets, also known as vortex generators. These things will create a spiral of wind that go rush through and down through this, adding even more downforce to the car.
You can't move the seat forward until the car starts, which is interesting. So in order to qualify to start the car, you need to be tall enough and have long enough legs, otherwise you're out. Basically.
So I can't ever drive.
You'll never be able to drive a Koenigsegg.
Okay, wait one moment. Listen again.
Sweet, now we can take the roof off even here, huh?
Oh, it's open, huh?
Every Koenigsegg made has had a removable hardtop.
Really? Oh, there you go.
Awesome.
Push that and then actually pull down on the lever as well. So that's the front. Then you have 2 behind the seat. Kind of just
You do it.
pull this guy down, bring it back.
You got it?
Hey! Now we're in California.
So it's not too heavy, that roof, huh?
No.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, look at you.
Look at me, carrying a roof. This is about as much of a Koenigsegg as I can afford. And look, you can see all this sparkle in here. So that's a special paint, obviously.
It's diamond dust.
Sorry.
The
It's
owner-
diamond
the owner
dust.
had, diamond dust mixed into clear coat.
It's actual diamond.
Diamond dust.
Dan, how much was the extra diamond dust?
Several $100,000
Depending on where you put it in the car.
just for the extra diamond dust in the paint. I was like, oh, look, it's shiny.
As you can see,
Diamond
he
dust.
added
Diamond dust.
more diamond dust.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, at least between those 2 guys. They seem
At least those 2 guys. You got to keep the camera on.
I know.
You just
What did
missed
he
the
say?
You just missed the best bit.
What did he say?
He said, so do you want to take the Regera out? I was like, sorry, what? We can just take it for
Go
a
ahead,
spin.
take it out.
Because it's not yours, is that correct?
That is 100% correct. I enjoy offering other people's cars up for use.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So I want to join you.
Huh?
I want to join you, man.
Yeah, well, we're going to take Vader.
All right. So you're about to drive.
I'm just about to hop into the Agera RS. They have completely different ways of driving. So the Regera doesn't have a gearbox. Just has one driving mode, just straight ahead. This one does actually have a gearbox. And I haven't driven it yet. So they're gonna teach me how to drive it. It's pretty simple, honestly. It's like paddle shift up and down. We're gonna go now to Dan's house.
Amazing.
warm. The car's still cold.
Yeah.
That's in normal mode, not even in race. You put it in race, you're dropped down.
Yeah. It sounds very mechanical compared to like a McLaren. You hear all the computers, like here just roll. The pop is insane.
It's a bang.
I quite like this one because you have full control over the pedals, right? The gears. And it sounds completely different. And I think, Mark, you hit it. The other one's so passive, you know, it's just one line. I really enjoy this.
Comes off. Wow.
Yes!
How was that?
That was the most incredible driving experience of my entire life.
Wow.
I love this car.
What do you love about it?
Oh my, it's that pop, right?
Yeah.
When you get it, when you're in high revs,
Yeah.
and then you take your foot off the accelerator, it pops like nothing else. Like the higher revs, the bigger the pop.
I heard it. Yeah.
And just the as you said, in each gear it just keeps giving. It's not like you feel at some point you need to change gears because there's nothing left to it. You can just keep going in that gear, and there's still more that it will give you. Keeps going. There's so much power behind this car.
Yeah. And for a V8, it
For a
just
V8,
doesn't sound like a V8.
No, it doesn't
right?
sound like a V8.
Especially
at all.
not V8 turbo.
Yeah. Like, because you've got, you know, a V8, a twin turbo V8 is like a 488, and it sounds nothing like a 488.
No way.
So, it's very different. All right. Oh, look where the key's kept in this one. Here in the center, like that. That's pretty cool.
That's a cute key.
It is cute, isn't it?
And it's got diamonds.
It's got diamonds. Look,
Diamonds too.
diamond dust.
My days.
I'm so happy right now, I have to tell you. What an incredible experience to be driving. I don't even know how fast I went. Fast. Down the freeway in this beast. And I just felt like we could go faster and faster and faster. There was no cap, there was no limit to this car. I'm really happy. I think I need one in my life. Nick cars?
Soon.
If you like and subscribe, one day I'm gonna buy this car and I'm gonna take a couple of you out for a ride. I think we should make a promise. Yeah, I think we should make a promise so that we can all experience this together. This should be shared, this kind of experience. And that's why I'm so thankful to these guys to let me share their toys. That's it. That's the vlog. I hope you've really enjoyed learning about the car that is the fastest production car in the world, and then taking exactly the same model out, the Agera RS, and driving it around. Love you. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next vlog.
Holy smokes.
Because you got to get the revs up.
Wow.
What? I thought the vlog was over. Right. What do we do with this lot now?
Wow.
How incredible. Okay. We're gonna have to come back and cover this garage
Separate.
separately because there's just so much going on here.